And welcome everybody. And welcome everybody to the Black Success Magazine podcast. I'm your host, Sherman Wright. And thank you guys for being here today. We have not been online in about a week. We had kind of a setback a little bit over the last couple of days, where we were the election, and we've got events, we've got all kinds of stuff going on, and I even forgot my glasses, so I'm going with my backup glasses here today. So, but thank you guys for being a part of the show today. It is Monday. It is we've gotten some really good messaging, good news on the front of the coronavirus, which is great. So excited about that. Seems like we've been kind of hanging back on this thing for forever, and so I'm so glad to see that the coronavirus is hopefully on. Something happened.
Welcome everybody.
I see what happened. Stop. Okay, so what? So we're gonna do something here, folks. What I did is I really screwed up here. So I'm going to try to fix what I just screwed up here, because I just did something. I did a major faux pas, and when you do a major faux pas, you've got to try to fix it. And let's see if we can fix this before we get too far out of here. There we go. I think this will get us where we want to go. Okay, we're going to start right here, I hope. We'll find out. No, that's not going to work.
And welcome everybody.
Okay, so what I'm doing, folks, is I'm actually recording over recording, and so we're going to start all over again, and we're going to have to do this, the entire thing over again, and hopefully that we can make this thing work. Let's see if we can start here. Okay, I hope we can. Let's see if we can start here. All right, I think we did. Okay, now, all right, good. All right, so what happened here, folks, is I pushed the wrong button. So what happens sometimes when you're pushing the wrong buttons, things go crazy. So today, what we're going to talk about, though, and we want to get back on track here. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 reasons why you want to choose success. And this is important because, especially right now, we live in kind of a time where everybody's kind of up and down, sideways, and the hardest thing for anybody to do right now is get traction and just get moving in life. And I'm no different, folks. We even over at Black Success Magazine, even though a ton of stuff happens, like literally articles, interviews, all those things, there still can be a time when you just kind of get down in your dumps, and you just kind of, your shoulders fold over, that kind of thing, and you just kind of get, in that woe is me kind of mentality. And yet, you got to pull yourself out of it, okay? Because there's a reason why you want to be successful in life. So we started a thing called 100 Days of Success. And what we're doing with the 100 Days of Success is we are posting online on our Instagram page, on our Facebook page, a kind of a little snippet of maybe a success quote or some kind of encouragement to get everybody going. And today we were talking about success and why you choose success. And so today I figured, you know what, we're doing the podcast, we're back up and rolling. Let's talk about the 5 reasons why you do success. And I think we can probably give a reason what success is, or we can kind of give a definition of what success is. And success can be on many levels. It can be success in your business, it can be success in your job, it can be a success in your family. If you're moving forward, whether it's small or large, we can call that a success. But there is a reason why you choose success, and that's really kind of one of the things we'll be talking about today. And if you stick around towards the end of the show, which will be about another half hour or so, we'll actually give you kind of a bonus to keep you going. Okay. So let me read you an excerpt. So I got this really neat book, and I got this. Gosh, I probably got this 8 years ago. and it's got some of the most successful people on the planet, and they give their reasons for, their tips on how they got to where they are in life. People like Walt Disney, Malcolm Forbes, J.C. Penney, Zig Ziglar. Many of you probably heard of Zig Ziglar, John F. Kennedy, Rockefellers, those guys. And many of these people were the titans of society. And during their time, the competition was really not that much because there was, especially the early days of America, you didn't have a lot of rich people. And yet, they had to actually be innovative beyond what we experience now. So today, it's funny, if you look up Black success, you will find Black success in at least 10 different places right now. But when I first started Black Success magazine 8 years ago, you couldn't find it anyplace. As a matter of fact, there are two words that are not on a Google search 8 years ago. And those two words that you couldn't find together in a Google search were Black and success. I know, well, I've told you this before, but you could not find it. So we literally launched the whole Black success type thing. Not that there were not magazines out there that talked about successful Black people, but to be exclusive about Black success, we were the first ones that were actually doing it. Now you can find it all over the place. And also, there are people, even when we first started the whole networking thing and just working with networking businesses and that kind of stuff, that, it's not like we didn't have organizations out there that were doing a lot of things. But if you fast forward now, and we started our first networking group in 2008, which was 12 years ago, there were not a lot of, a lot of social media things. Actually, social media just started about 8 years ago, or 12 years ago. A lot of the ways of finding information, all of the things that we take for granted right now, were not there. So, today there's a proliferation of stuff everywhere. I mean, and anybody walks on the street now, all of a sudden they become an expert, that kind of stuff. So it's different, and yet we still need people like Black Success Magazine to kind of just keep pushing you out there, because even though there's a lot of great stuff out there, there's not a lot of people actually doing things. So I go back to this book, and this book really was about a bunch of guys and ladies who actually found that inner strength, that inner thing that got them going way before their time. Way before times like we have now. They didn't have Tony Robbins and guys like that when these guys first started. We have a chapter in the book, and it's called, and one of the, like I said, there's a lot of success quotes and stuff like that in it, but one of the areas that we're talking about is called choosing success. And I'm going to read just a little bit from this. It's probably, it's a couple paragraphs, but I really want you to get this down in your spirit, and then we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you choose success. Okay? All right. Let me get a little quick drink of the old Java here. Particularly good today. Choose success. A long time ago, there was a big debate among scholars why heredity or environment was the determining factor to influencing people. There were arguments from both sides that seemed logical, but neither one was totally convincing. Yet, you are not the way you are because of your heredity or your environment, but because of the choices you make. The writer goes on to say, don't get me wrong, your heredity does determine the color of your eyes, your skin, hair color, and even your likes and dislikes to a certain point. And your environment can have a big effect on your attitude, self-image, and values, which also kind of get you going in a certain direction also. But ultimately, the choices you make are the determining factor to who you are, where you are, and how much success or failure you achieve in life. Of course, you can't change who your parents were your past, how you were raised, or what type of home you had, but you certainly can control the choices you make about them. And this is interesting. Okay, and so we're going to read on just a little bit more, but let's just do a little recap on this. There's a lot of things contribute to what you like, hair color, skin color, that kind of stuff, but ultimately, how far you go in life really is a matter of choice in life. Okay, not that your skin color has a large part of it, because it definitely is. I mean, I can guarantee you that it is. But ultimately, the choices you make are really what makes the difference in your life. Let's go on. For example, there are two brothers who were raised by alcoholics. One became an alcoholic and the other one didn't drink at all. When they asked the alcoholic brother why he drank, and he said, "What else do you expect? My parents were alcoholics." Then they asked the non-drinker why he didn't drink, and he said the exact same thing. Okay, I'm going to read that again because it went by me when I first read this. They asked the alcoholic brother, the guy who ended up drinking because his parents were alcoholics. He said, "Why did you drink?" And he goes, "Well, what else did you expect? My parents were alcoholics." Okay, and they asked the other brother. They said, "Well, why didn't you drink?" And he said the exact same thing. The same brothers, raised in the same household, but one of the guys drank, the other guy didn't. They both had the same response, but the responses were differently. They were diametrically opposed. One of them said, "I have an excuse for being why I am an alcoholic." The other one says, "I have an excuse for not being an alcoholic." That was powerful. I think you got it on that one, right? So you see, two people raised in the exact same environment. One used it as an excuse for failure, and the other used it as a reason to succeed. This is powerful, folks. I mean, if I were back in preaching, folks, I would preach on this all day long. This is powerful stuff, right? One used it as an excuse for failure. The other one used it as a reason to succeed. An excuse for failure or a reason to succeed. That's the title for a book right there. That's why it's important to realize that you have a choice in how your life is going to be. Either you succeed by making the right choices, or you fail by using your past as an excuse. And unfortunately, we tend to, and a lot of people use their the obstacles in life as an excuse. I mean, and we have a media that we have. There's a whole industry that actually feeds on this, and the industry wants you to use obstacles in life as a reason for not achieving. And I'm here to tell you, folks, I've done all kinds of things in life. And at the tender age of 39, well, okay, all right, I'm not 39, but at my tender age now, I never used the color of my skin as a reason for failure. Okay? I used it as a reason to succeed. As a reason to succeed, not as an excuse, but as a reason to succeed. Let's go on, okay? Okay. Oh gosh, we're running out of time. I can talk all day long on this, folks. Let's face it, every one of us was raised by imperfect parents in an imperfect world. So we all come from dysfunctional families to one degree or another. But studies have proven that some of the most successful people in the world today came from some of the worst possible childhoods you can imagine. But instead of using it as an excuse for failure, they used it as a reason to succeed. Okay, and we go back to that. In other words, adversity either makes or breaks us. It makes us rise to the top when we use it to motivate us and become more determined to succeed in spite of our troubles, past and setbacks. But if we give up, feel sorry for ourselves when adversity comes, and use it as an excuse to fail, then it breaks us. But either way, the choice is ours. Wow. So, if you come from a broken home or a troubled past, then cheer up, because the most successful achievers today came from the exact same place. But they believed their past was not their future. They chose to respond to their troubled childhood by determining that they would become so successful that they would never have to go through those times again. Matter of fact, I'm writing an article about a lady right now. It's going to come out today, and you're going to see she went through the most devastating of backgrounds, and she has a master's degree today. She's very successful today. She said, no way, I'm not going to be that way. I'm not going to be a statistic. In fact, every event in your life can help turn you into the success you were born to be. So, success, then, is a choice. You are who you are and where you are, not based on your heredity or environment, but from the choices you make. So choose to respond positively, then you will win every time. That's good stuff. I really like that. Okay? So, this is probably one of the most, I think it'll be one of the most profound times we're going to have together on the podcast, because I think it's indicative of where we are in society today. Society today is really built around the people who have the platform messaging and creating an environment so they can have a constituency that will actually, and in many times, it's be dumbed down or be wanting and not achieving where they're going to be. Because guess what? If you don't do that, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to have a constituency. You're just not going to have a constituency. Black Success Magazine podcast is on the opposite end of that, the polar opposites. We want you to be successful, because guess what? The more successful people out there, folks, the better it is for everybody. Okay? The better it is for everybody that you are successful. Successful people want to hear more successful things. Okay? That's all there is to it. And more successful people out there, the more successful society is, which means you're creating more successful people to do and listen and experience being successful. We are not, what happened yesterday, I'm going to move a little bit to the left here. What happened yesterday is that Elon Musk had a launch of his another one of his space shots. And Elon Musk, I love this guy. I love him for one reason. He's a rock star. He does not believe in not moving forward. He just doesn't believe in resting on his laurels. And to me, Elon Musk should have been and could be the next ruler of this world, because he is just so on fire. He already has vision to land a colony on Mars, and he's already told his team, who just put up another SpaceX rocket. He said, "Look, guys, that's our main goal right now is 100-person or 100-seat capsule that will take 100 people up to the moon and then onto Mars." That's really his big thing right now, which is very cool. And that's what you're kind of looking for. We could, as a society, just be stellar if we just kind of get together and do our things. Okay? Let's do this. Okay, because I promised you we were going to talk about the 5 reasons why you're choosing success. Let's get to it, folks, because if we don't, we're going to run out of time, and don't want to do that. Okay, the first reason why you want to be successful is because it's part of your life plan. Nobody plans to be unsuccessful. I mean, nobody. I just don't know of anybody who says, I just think I'm just going to go around life and not do anything in life. Nobody does that. Success is strongly related to everyone's life plan. We can distinguish certain milestones in our plans, like graduating, getting a desired job, starting our own business or a new relationship. Achieving these milestones are successes to us. Each of these goals brings us positive feelings, emotions, because we know that our life plans are fulfilling and they're making visible progress. So, the first reason why we choose success, why we choose to be successful, it's part of what we do in life. That's kind of who we are in life. Number 2, we want the output related with certain successes. Okay, we want the output related with certain successes. In many cases, we want to experience benefits related with achievement of a certain goal. In our minds, we have a strong association between these benefits and a state when we were successful. So you do it because it feels good. Okay, there's outputs, there's things that you get as a result of being successful. That's why you choose success. You like the good feeling it gives you. Okay, football players, they love getting on touchdown. You know, high-fiving each other. That they know that if they do that every time, they're going to be, people are going to be jumping up and down. Okay. Number 3, we love the taste of winning. Okay, how many of you love the taste of winning? I know I do. Love the taste of winning. Achieving success is a very positive experience. Also, because it adds value to us and pumps our egos. Achieving success is like a personal victory. People love winning. It's very natural. When two children play a game, each of them want to win. It's not important if there is any material. It's not important if there isn't any material prize. Okay, so we love the feeling. We love the feeling of winning. I don't know of anybody who said, I don't love winning. Yeah, I really would rather not win. Okay, they're lying. Okay, everybody loves winning. Nobody wants to go around life and not win, and that's just kind of the way we are. It pumps up our ego, and everybody, no matter how big or how small your ego is, has an ego. Okay, you may go around and say, "Oh no, not me. I have no ego." Okay, we all do. My ego is like this big. It's so big I can't even fit it on the screen. It's that big. And I love winning. I love winning every day. I love winning in every way. And that's just kind of the way it is. And there's nobody who's any different. It might be a degree of difference, okay, but it's not different. Number 4, we need stimulation. Knowing that there is a purpose, a goal we want to achieve, it stimulates us to act. It stimulates us to act. The more challenging the goal, the stronger the successful feeling is related to it. I ride every day. You can't see it. My bike is actually over here. Off the shot there, but I get a rush when I finally make it to the top of the mountain that I'm going for. Okay, every time I do it, and sometimes I go, you know what, I really don't want to do this, but you know what, I know what it's going to feel like when I'm finally at the top. When I'm finally at the top, I'm going to feel really good, and when I come down, I'm feeling like, well, that's fine, but I really liked it going uphill. I love fighting. I loved the experience of being almost to the end of your breath, but you know you're going to make it. You know you're going to make it because you've got the success gene in you, and that's what we all have. Number 5, and it looks like there's people out doing stuff. Number 5, we want to compensate lacks and failures from the past. We all make mistakes. Failures are definitely not nice, but they are unavoidable in our lives, and they should always provide valuable feedback. They also raise a strong force that will push us towards further goals. We lost, but in the end, we want to win. Okay? This victory, preceded by many failures, can compensate all previous unpleasant experiences. This pattern is very often responsible for a reason why we want to achieve success. Okay, you want success because you lost, and you don't want to be there again. Okay, you want to achieve, so you keep doing it. Babies, I'll tell you this. I think this is a great analogy. Babies walk because they fall down. That's why they walk. It's not because they really just kind of want to walk. It's because they fall down. They want to get up. They want to achieve this. They keep falling down. They go, you know what? I can do this. And they feel better about it. So there's something inside of them. And every time you see a baby falling down and getting back up, that is that success gene that's within all of us that's pushing them forward. I like it. Okay? 5 reasons why. Those were 5 reasons why that we choose success. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Okay, I told you if you stuck around, I'd give you one more. I'll give you another bonus. I'm going to give you the 6th reason why we choose success. Okay? Thank you all for sticking around. And if you like what you're seeing on our YouTube channel, I really encourage you just to, kind of subscribe to our YouTube channel that you're watching right now. Like us on Facebook, and we just really encourage you to go to our website, which is at blacksuccessmagazine.com. You can listen to our podcast, which we have, and we upload those. We upload them daily. I've got new articles that are coming out all the time, so we encourage you to do that. And if you want to send me some encouragement, send me an encouragement at blacksuccessmagazine@gmail.com. Let's give you your fifth, your bonus, which is and I told you folks, if you stuck around, I would give you a bonus. Number 6, the sixth reason why we choose success. We find success as a solution for our problems. We find success as a solution for our problems. Enjoying success is a very positive experience. It can weaken influence of others, bad experiences in our life. We often find it easier to act in one direction when we expect success, while we avoid handling different unpleasant problems in our lives. What is important is that we are often unaware of this mechanism, as it mostly works at an unconscious level. We know that if we do something that gives us a level of success, it will actually solve the problem that we were faced with in the first place. I'll give you the analogy once again, my bike riding. I ride a bike 5 days a week, something like that, 4 or 5 days a week. And I know that my problem in life is I gain weight very quickly because I eat food that's not good for me a lot. And so the only way I'm going to solve that problem is by working out. And the only workout that I really enjoy, that really challenges me at this point right now, is cycling. And not just regular cycling, folks, but riding up hills, big hills, for a long, long way. Okay? I might do a short ride, might be 15 miles, and then the longer rides go, 30, 100 miles, that kind of thing. But you know that the reason why I do that is it's solving a problem. Health-wise, I've got to be healthier. I've got to continue to watch my manly baby fat that I've been carrying around for a couple of generations here. But it solves a problem, and you can do the same thing. Okay? We choose success. We choose success for a myriad of reasons, but the biggest one that right now is it solves a problem. You want to be rich. You want to get closer to God. You want to be a better parent. Okay? It solves a problem by you doing the steps that it takes to get to where you want to go. Being successful solves those problems. Okay, we're done. Hey folks, this has been Sherman Ray, Black Success Magazine, the podcast. We will be back again tomorrow, 8:30, to talk a little bit more about being successful and living a successful life. I really think that that some people are really getting this, and we really appreciate you being a part of the show. If you like what you're watching, you love what you're hearing, you're on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. You're on Facebook Live, like our page, and share this video. Share the video with people and say, hey, look, this guy's been talking about some cool things, and share some really cool stuff. And we just encourage you to do that. And go to our website. Okay, ultimately get to our website, blacksuccessmagazine.com. blacksuccessmagazine.com, and check out all of the stuff we've got in there. Got a new article we'll be putting up. It is about Lynn James, and she's got a compelling story. I think you're going to really enjoy it, and you'll love it. She's got one of those stories. She chose success, and when she did, she made a huge difference in the lives of a lot of people. This has been Sherman Ray, Black Success Magazine, the podcast. We will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. And thank you, folks, for being a part of the show. We will see you again tomorrow. Peace out. Bye-bye.